Texas League Baseball is next. And we welcome you into this Friday night live broadcast. And now here's the star of the show, my friend and yours, John Baker. Well, thank you, Bob. Welcome in, one and all, to this live Friday night broadcast. And it is the second game of our three-game set between the visiting Corpus Christi Hooks and your San Antonio Missions. Two teams conclude the three-game matchup, and as it is, it will be our last meetup tomorrow evening of the year for Corpus Christi and San Antonio to see each other. Gotta say, it was nice to play these boys once again in this 2024 baseball season. Well, after tomorrow's game, Missions will stay home, and they'll get ready to take on the visiting Amarillo Sod Poodles beginning on Tuesday, July 9th through the 14th. And that will pretty much conclude the first half of the Texas League baseball season, and we'll get ready to start up the second half on Friday night, July 19th, as San Antonio heads to Arkansas for a short three-game set, then off to Midland for 6. Go online now, samissions.com, purchase and print your tickets from home. Also, follow the Missions all season long with the First Pitch app from Minor League Baseball. Download that in any smartphone. You can also follow us here on YouTube Live as we have our San Antonio Mission live streams Tuesday through Sundays through this entire regular baseball season. Well, gotta say, we're going to go ahead and we're entering into our pregame show, and I'm joined in the booth by my friend, good partner Bob. How you doing? I'm good. How are you, John? Well, I'm doing very good. Thank you for asking. So, we're going to pretty much talk about the game against Amarillo and Midland. Boy, 2 hour and 30-minute rain delay on that evening yesterday as we exited broadcast from the win against Corpus Christi, as it was a 16-3 ball game, which that was the final from last night. And San Antonio holding the first place position really well against Midland. Yeah, so gotta say, last night's final, after the 2 hour and 30-minute rain delay, the Midland Rockhounds 24 and the Amarillo Sod Poodles 5. Boy, that was a whooping for the Sod Poodles there at Franco Park after the rain delay. And I gotta say, that was just some ball game. It was base hits coming in, bases loaded up. They continued to have bases loaded up. They switched through a few pitchers. Relievers came in for Amarillo. Boy, they didn't do good. And then, they, at the end of the night, just lost it. So final score, Midland 24, Amarillo 5. And that was last night's, I do apologize, last night's ball game there in Franco Park. Yeah, I gotta say, John, that was a whooping, and I would say a whooping of a lifetime. Yeah. You're not kidding about that, Bob. That was kind of funny when I was looking at those final scores and seeing that for the first time. I was like, whoa, that was a beating that Midland gave to Amarillo. And I will say, that was something quite funny to laugh about. But anyway, as we get ready for this Friday night broadcast, we are pretty much getting close to our last game against Corpus Christi. The Hooks will head north to the North Division to take on the Tulsa Drillers before returning to Bayfront Park to take on the Midland Rockhounds. And I will say, it's going to be pretty good. as they'll start their second half with Midland. And I guess the next couple of games, 6 games with Amarillo, and pretty good as we're getting the schedule right now. Yeah, it is going to be pretty good for Corpus Christi, heading up to the north, take on the Drillers, and back home to take on the Rockhounds for the second half. I do see it, John, on that, and pretty good on the schedule. And it is pretty good. Well, San Antonio stays home after tomorrow night's game and take on the Amarillo Sod Poodles. And first half done, we head up to Arkansas for 3 and Midland for 6. So pretty good as we're getting all the schedule put together, and we're going to have a good time through the remainder of the first half, getting into the second half. And Final Four ball clubs will be left standing, while the remainder of 6 will be eliminated in the end. Well, that just determines whether if they get into the second place position, they'll be safe from elimination. And then, as you said, John, 4-on-4, they take on each other. 2 will be eliminated. Final 2 will be left standing. That's for sure. Texas League title is up for grabs this year, and so far it's going to be a really good one in this one. Well, last night, not including Midland and Amarillo being rained out, you had Tulsa and Wichita being rained out as well. They were delayed as they were into the top of the 6th inning for Wichita. And they came back, finished off the game from yesterday, and they completed game 1 of their doubleheader. It's a 5-4 finish for game 1. And playing the remainder of that game tonight, and now a game 2 going pretty good for Tulsa. So 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for Tulsa. For Wichita, 4 runs, 10 hits, and 2 errors for the Wind Surge. Now we're getting ready for Tulsa getting up for their second game in a doubleheader, and it looks like the Wind Surge look like they're in trouble as they're in the bottom half of the 6th inning right now, taking on a 6-0 Tulsa Driller lead. So 6 runs are in for the Drillers. Wichita still trails by that 6. So hopefully things will get pretty better as we go through the end. Well, this has been your pregame show, and hope you guys are super excited for Friday night baseball, our second game of our 3-game set with Corpus Christi. And then tomorrow night, our final game, final meetup of the year between the 2 ball clubs of Corpus Christi and San Antonio. And it's going to be a pretty good one. So hope you guys are ready, and let's have a good time in this broadcast. And we're about ready to go. So here's tonight's game. As me and Bob are in the booth, and on a pretty night as it is, hardly any clouds in the sky. That is always good for baseball. We'll be right back with the first pitch coming up right after our commercial messages from West Creek Trail Rides. Well, we're getting the right-hander Lake Bacher getting the call for San Antonio here tonight. What do we know, Bob?
Well, I'm going to say the 95-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball is one of his best in the arsenal of his pitches.
I'm going to say, Bob, absolutely right. And he's got a big one that he can throw. And if you don't blink, yeah, he'll get you caught looking. First up for Corpus Christi is Jesus Bastidas. And we're about ready to go. Here's the first pitch, and that one high and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Game time temperature, 93 degrees. Here at first pitch. right at 7:05 here this evening. The 1-0. And did he go? Yes, appealed down to the first base umpire. He went around, and that is in for 1-1 strike. 24-5 the final there in Midland. Boy, that was a big score for the Rockhounds. High fly in the air up the left field. Howell will make the grab just shallow of the warning track, and that will be out number one. Caught by Corey Howell, and now Jordan Brewer coming in for Corpus Christi. Usually on a Friday night, the Missions would be up in their flying chanclas gear, but knowing that this three-game series is short and pretty much they won't have it this week, but hopefully next week taking on Amarillo, that would be something really good. Brian Arias coming in, 2 away, nobody on, top of the first for Corpus Christi. Folks in their beautiful Rohawk blues, underpits are the sky blue. Folks inscribed on the chest. Now, way back then, Corpus Christi had a road gray type jersey. Corpus Christi inscribed on the chest. Here's the 1-0. And that one hit to De La Cruz. Boy, it is done. Getting them right there for out number 3. What a great recovery on that play. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on here in this half inning for Corpus Christi. There's no score through the top half of 1. Back here for more Texas League baseball as we get set for the bottom of the first inning for San Antonio, no score. West Creek Trail Rides is a proud sponsor of San Antonio Missions Baseball. Visit their website to book a $50 horseback ride for 1 hour by our guided instructors who will be on the trail ride on horseback for just that 1 hour. Go to www.westcreektrailrides.com, book a ride Tuesday through a Sunday, any day you want, for just $50. Visit our website at www.westcreektrailrides.com, San Antonio, Texas. Thank you, Bob, and always remember that they are always our proud sponsor, new to 2024's baseball season, and so far they may be watching here tonight, and yeah, let's cheer on our San Antonio Missions as we get ready to conclude the first half of the regular season into our second half of our Texas League season. We're about ready for the bottom of the first inning for San Antonio right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, got a right-hander, Jimmy Enderspeak, coming in. What do we know about him, Bob?
Got to say, 95-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball, 12-6 curve, change-up, two-seam fastball. And pretty good right there.
Well, the left fielder is Corey Howell as he comes in for the bottom of 1 for San Antonio. That one's going to be hard hit, high fly in the air up to left center. And that is going to be out number 1, caught by the center fielder. So 1 pitch, 1 high fly, and 1 away here in this half inning. Right fielder is Marcos Castellon. Boy, some storm that's brewing just outside of the Gulf of Texas, or Gulf of Mexico, I shall say. Hurricane Beryl expected to make landfall in Corpus Christi by early Monday morning. Rain chances, thunderstorms are high through that hurricane. Couple of tornadic signatures as we go through the early day on Monday. Line drive, and that's going to get down a base hit.
Yeah, and it was a Category 4 hurricane as it was out in the open waters of the Atlantic Ocean. And, boy, that thing came from Africa.
Yeah, it sure did. Now here's the center fielder, Joshua Mears, as he takes a ball high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at first. 1 away, bottom of 1 for the Missions. Here's a 1-0, and that's going to be chopped right there to third. They get it to second, right there to first, and they end the inning on a double play. Well, 1 complete here tonight, as we are scoreless through 1 inning in the books. So no runs on a hit, no errors. 1 left on for San Antonio, and we head for the second inning when we come back. Justin Durden will lead it off for Corpus Christi. Top half of the second inning, no score through 1.
About ready for the top of the second inning for Corpus Christi right here in the Missions Baseball Network.
Well, as we get ready to go for this half inning, Justin Durden coming in, and he's ready to go. The pitch right there and in for a changeup on a code strike. It's 0-1. Got to say hello to our YouTube live viewers. Hello, how are y'all? The 0-1. Right there and in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Oh, 2 one more time. Right there in the inside corner, strike 3 called. Boy, get him down on that one. The backwards K. And for San Antonio, and take a look at that home plate umpire cam. Just immaculate first out for Corpus Christi. Kennedy Corona stepping in now. Boy, that was a big out, number 1, as they get the first guy out here in this half inning. No balls, 1 strike on the foul off. Here's the 0-1. High fly in the air, and that one is foul. And the count now 0-2. Got a great crowd here tonight. What do you say about that, Bob?
I gotta say, it is a pretty good, decent-sized crowd for a Friday night. Beautiful weather. Like yesterday, all them clouds.
Yeah. Where do you think all them clouds came from?
Oh, no, probably thunderstorm activity.
Bob, come on, be serious. There was no storms around the area. Probably from that hurricane.
It probably was.
And right there, strike 3. Swinging, boy, get him down a backwards K. There's 2 away for Lake Bacher. Boy, Bacher's showing some pretty good strikes. His command on pitches is always 80% of first pitch strikes. And he's staying focused on the mound. Right there, curveball. And the count now 0-1 to Jacob Melton. Boy, I gotta say, Lake Bacher, one of the greatest Texas League guys, is up in Amarillo during 2019 when the Padres affiliate was up there. That's right there to De La Cruz. He steps on the bag, ends the inning, and another half inning of scorelessness. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base for Corpus Christi in this half. Bottom of 2 coming up. It's no score through 2.5 here for Corpus Christi. Michael De La Cruz leads things off in the bottom of 2. When we return, it's Missions Baseball continuing next. We're about ready for the bottom of the second, right here on the Missions Baseball Network. I've got to say, as Michael De La Cruz steps in, about ready to go. Swing and a miss on 12-inch curve. Boy, he went chasing after that one, and it's 0-1.
That's a ball.
12-inch curve again, misses outside, 1-1. Just a beautiful evening for baseball. Few clouds here and there. That one high fly up in the air, left field. The left fielder makes the grab in front of the warning track, and De La Cruz is out for the first one. Third baseman Graham Polly. Boy, he was a firecracker yesterday. Final score 16-3 for the Missions. Boy, and I gotta say, all these runs through this week have been pretty good. Well, right there in the end, and that's the count now, 1-1. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be right there. Line drive up to right, and the right fielder takes it for himself. And that's out number 2.
The designated hitter,
Kai Murphy coming in as he's ready to go. Well, glad we get to stay home. And next week, we take on Amarillo for a 6-game set. Short 3-game series with Corpus Christi, 6 against Amarillo. And that one's going to be high fly in the air up to left, and that will do for this half inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on for San Antonio. On now to the third inning. No score through 2. Back here for more Texas League Baseball, as Tyler Whitaker will step in for the Hooks. So when we come back, top of the third inning, straight ahead. About ready for the top of the third inning for Corpus Christi, right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Tyler Whitaker stepping in as we get the third inning ready to go. here in this one.
Ball.
That one high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes as he misses high and out. Boy, gotta say, it's getting pretty good there in Frisco. Frisco Rough Riders taking on the Arkansas Travelers.
That's a ball.
Short 3-game set. Arkansas will have 3 in Frisco, then they'll stop up in Midland. A big 6-game set with the Rockhounds. Hit the third to Graham Polly. He'll whip it across to Michael De La Cruz for the first out of the inning.
Batting it. The shortstop.
Hopefully next year, San Antonio in 2025 will get a pretty decent schedule for the 5th year of Texas League Baseball. Tommy Sacco Jr. coming in as they take in a ball and no strikes. Hopefully, I would love to see Tulsa and Arkansas come here. Springfield, all North Division teams coming up for the 5th season against San Antonio. That would be really good. What would you say, Bob?
Gotta say, to see Arkansas and Tulsa being here, that would be really good. They didn't come the last 2 years.
I mean, they came during like 2022 in that season. And gotta say, it'd be pretty nice. Yeah, sure would. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tommy Sacco Jr. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Get him on a curveball. Boy, howdy. He's down for 2 away.
The catcher.
Boy, Bacher is going after these guys tonight. He's not messing around. He's really getting them chasing.
Yeah, he sure is, John.
He's the man for the San Antonio Missions. Yeah, he sure is. CJ Stubbs is the catcher tonight. Boy, .123 in his average, and that one taken down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. 123 average over the opposition of a .215. Boy, people still popping fireworks. The sun is still up, and you can't even see them when you pop them. I know that we are a day after Independence Day, July 4th. Boy, I tell you what, we had a video out from Midland. Boy, they had a pretty good fireworks show after that 24-5 type ball game. Rockhounds, 25 runs, or 24, do apologize. But right there to Ditter as he comes in, and he flips it to De La Cruz, covering the first base bag for the out, inning over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on for Corpus Christi. 3.5 complete, no score for the Hooks as we go to the bottom of the 3rd when we come back. Second baseman Lucas Dunn will get things started for San Antonio. It's no score through 3.5. Bottom of the 3rd inning for San Antonio coming up on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, I got to say, 24-5 last night there in Midland. Boy, what a ball game as the Rockhounds beat Amarillo by the final 24-5. So, what a ball game, and we'll go down in Texas League history on that score. Second baseman Lucas Dunn coming in. Boy, that hits the pitcher as that's down and in for a ball in the count now 1-0. Misses again. 2-0 the count. Boy, a beautiful Friday night for our ball clubs. And that one going to be hit right to the second baseman. He'll flip it to first. And that's a quick out, number 1.
The shortstop, Ray Patrick Ditter.
Shortstop Ray Patrick Ditter coming in. Boy, gotta say, just a beautiful July day after Independence Day. Four-seam fastball down and in. 1 ball, no strikes, close to the dirt. 1-0, and that one is outside. So count now 2 balls, no strike. That one fouled off, and he'll see a nuller. And the count now 2-1. So I got to say, Hurricane Barrel. Boy, I guess that will be heading up to Corpus Christi. Good thing Hooks will go to Tulsa after tomorrow night's ball game against the Missions. So, yeah, they will stop a 3-game series here in San Antonio. Then from San Antonio, they'll head to Tulsa. And right there, ball 4. He does not get the call on a full count. Boy, that is 1 on and 1 away. And Brandon Valenzuela coming in. Boy, he sure was hot stuff yesterday. He was a firecracker.
Yeah, he sure was. He blistered one like everybody else did last night for San Antonio.
Yeah, you're not kidding there, Bob. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 on, 1 out. Bottom of 3, no score. Swing and a miss, boy, 12-6 curve. And, ooh, that'll get you jumping out of your shoes right there for a code strike, 1-1. That one high and outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Brandon Valenzuela at the plate now for San Antonio. Pretty good right there. That one misses outside. Now it's the count now 3-1. On deck, left fielder is Corey Howell. And, yeah, another walk will put a runner in scoring position. 3-1. Here's the pitch. That one will load up the count now at 3 balls, 2 strikes. One more meetup, and that is tomorrow night against these 2 ball clubs. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be right there. First to second, back to first, and that's another double play they ground into, and that will leave 1 runner left on after that. So a hit, so no runs on a free walk, no errors, 1 left. And it's the 4th inning we go. No score through 3. Jesus Bastidas will lead things off as we go up to the top of the Corpus Christi batting order. As we head for the 4th inning, it is no score through 3. About ready for the top of the fourth inning for Corpus Christi, right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Jesus Bastidas will lead things off. Back to the top of the Corpus Christi batting order. As Bastidas coming in, and boy, he takes that one line drive and up to the center field for a no-out single. Boy, coming out of the bullpen, and he whacks that one straight to center. And that one was a pretty good fastball. That'll bring up the second batter, Jordan Brewer. And that one hit high in the air up to right field. Castellon up now to the right field area, just shallow center, where he makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Brian Arias.
Well, Brian Arias coming in for Corpus Christi. Still for one, a ground out in the first inning. So a double play would get you 2 free tacos here tonight on the coupon, courtesy of our friends there at Taco Bell. Pitch right there and in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Well, I feel so good I could ride a horse. What about you, Bob?
Yeah, I could ride a horse with you.
Yeah, for sure. That one hit high fly in the air, and that one out of play, foul. Well, West Creek Trail Ride's not far from our baseball stadium here in San Antonio. Right off of 151 Wiseman Road. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, get him on strike, and that is a curveball that'll get him for out number 2. And that's another K for Lake Bacher. Oh, Justin Durden coming in for Corpus Christi. Boy, good camera from the home plate umpire cam. And that one is going to be fouled off, and the count now is 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Runner at first after the base hit up to single. That single was a straight up to center base knock. And the count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Right there, strike 3, and that'll get him. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left for Corpus Christi. As we head now to the bottom of the 4th inning, it's 4.5, and no scores here in this one. Back here for the bottom of the 4th. When we come back, Corey Howell will lead things off in the bottom of the 4th inning for San Antonio. Back for more after this. Now heading to the bottom of the 4th inning for San Antonio, right here in the Missions Baseball Network. Well, thank you, Bob, and we welcome you back as we go up to the top of the lineup card now for San Antonio. Left fielder Corey Howell stepping in, takes a strike, and the count now 0-1. That one right there and in for a strike. It's 0-2 on the count. We're starting to get a little shade around the area. It looks like it's cloud, but it's not that bad. And oh, boy, howdy, look at that one. First pitch, high fly. It is out of here. And San Antonio, wow, like they did yesterday, they get a pretty good, decent-sized fastball. Bam! Right there. Whack it out of here.
Yeah, I gotta say, John, Corey Howell just blistered that high flyer, and on an 0-2 count, one more, he would have been out. About 105.9 mile an hour exit velocity, a 397 on that one. Pretty good for San Antonio.
Marcos Castellon in now the box, batting in the right-hand side, takes in strike one. As he's a 1-for-1 single in the first. The right fielder, Castellon. No balls, one strike to him. Uh-oh. Yeah, there's another one. Oh, man. It is gone out of here. Boy, that is back-to-back jacks. And San Antonio takes the lead now 2-0.
Well, gotta say, they did pretty good right there. As the mission's now up 2-0 against Corpus Christi. And that one was even larger, 111.7 mile an hour on that exit velocity right there.
It sure was, Bob. That one right there and in for a strike, and it's 0-1 to the center fielder. Number 3 spot, Josh Mears. Joshua Mears, I should say, but everybody calls him Josh. That one down and in, and that's a strike inside, and it's 0-2. Here's the pitch, and now it's going to be line drive up to left field. That's a base hit. Boy, a 2-run shot is all they need to extend the lead.
Well, they already got a 2-0 lead for San Antonio, and if they can whack one here, Michael De La Cruz is your man. He could do it.
They sure can. Right there, line drive foul, and it's 0-1. Nobody out, runner at first. 2 runs in to score on back-to-back jacks on those home runs. First and second was Corey Howell. Howell and Marcos Castellon, the first 2 that whack in 2 for San Antonio. And the pitch. And that one's blistered high in the air, and it's gone. 2-run shot by Michael De La Cruz.
Oh, man. They are getting ambushed early. Again, I would say it.
Boy, now a 4-0 lead for San Antonio in this ball game. That one 103.5 miles an hour, the 358-foot exit velocity. Third baseman Graham Pauley steps in, takes a strike, and it's in the count now 0-1. Well, go ahead, give you scores, boy. Top of the 6th inning for Amarillo, and boy, they're trailing 3 runs against Midland as it is 6-3. So right there in strike three as Paulie takes first out of the inning. Boy, Endersby gets a strikeout for Corpus Christi. And that'll bring up Kai Murphy. 0 for 1 fly out in the second. Pretty good. Well, the Rough Riders still holding on to their lead against the Arkansas Travelers. Well, pretty nice if Arkansas would come here and Amarillo would go somewhere else. That'd be nice.
Well, that's not part of the schedule here in the Padres organization.
You know, facing off Corpus Christi and Arkansas. Boy, that'd be pretty good. Right there, high fly in the air, and he's going to run out of room. That one is gone too. Boy, Murphy gets one. They'll make it a 5-0 lead for San Antonio.
Boy, they are just literally having the big flies, and well, I gotta say, for the home crowd, they are really cheering on the San Antonio Missions. Boy, five prospects in the AA team here for San Antonio have really let these things fly.
Yeah, it sure does. Well, I'm just glad that that big screen is baseball proof.
Yeah, I gotta say, if it wasn't, boy, we have broken scoreboards.
And yeah, we'd have to ask the city of San Antonio to replace that broken scoreboard. Hey, do you remember a couple years back where we had the tiny scoreboard?
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. So that was in the other stadium way back then. And pretty much we've pretty much been gone for almost a year and a half.
I gotta say, John, that was about 2023 when San Antonio wanted us to get a stadium built like Nelson Wolf.
Yeah, that's what it's called here, Bob. Ray Patrick Ditter coming in for the Missions. Takes it in, a strike in the inside corner, and that's down and in for a 0-1 count. Here's a pitch. That one hit high in the air, up to center, and that will do it. Well, into 4. 5 runs come in across the score on 6 base knocks. No errors and 1 left. Top of the 5th inning coming up. San Antonio leads it 5-0. We're back here as Kennedy Corona will lead things off in the top of the 5th inning for Corpus Christi. And it is 5-0 San Antonio.
Top of the 5th inning for Corpus Christi, right here on the Missions Baseball Network.
Thank you, Bob. Kennedy Corona steps in for the top of the 5th inning for Corpus Christi as San Antonio, boy, had 5 runs on 5 hits, no errors. 1 left on for San Antonio. Boy, just a big inning when you have all them runs come in. And unlike for a Thursday night, boy, 16-3 our final score.
Yeah, I gotta say, John, absolutely right about that.
That one popped foul, and the count now is 0-1, I guess.
Oh, Yeah, no, 2-1 the count now. Home plate umpire Jeff Andrews is saying to us that one was a 2-1 count.
And that one the count now 2-2. Thank you, Bob, for the little insight. I appreciate it. Golly, and we've heard that twice in the 2 nights in a row of screeching car tires. Here's the pitch. That one chopped foul, and it's still holding on at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, we're top of the 5th inning as it is a 5-0 ball game. San Antonio earning all 5 runs against the Corpus Christi Hooks. And right there, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 one more time. And that one fouled off, and he'll see a nuller. Well, don't forget, Sunday is our off day, and just glad that everybody knows that we get 2 back-to-back off days. That is Sunday and Monday. Back at it again on Tuesday, July 9th, taking on Amarillo. His homestand, get a 9-game homestand. That's pretty nice. That one hit high in the air up to close by the home plate area. De La Cruz has it, and he's got it for 1 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Jacob Melton.
Jacob Melton ground out in the second is 0 for 1. Strides in now for Corpus Christi. And the pitch right there and inside for a strike, and it's 0-1. Corpus Christi goes up to Tulsa to conclude the first half of the Texas League season. San Antonio stays home, take on Amarillo. Pretty nice right there. That one is up to the left fielder Howell as he makes the grab, and it's out number 2.
The third baseman, number 13, Tyler.
Boy, it's already top of the 8th inning there for Arkansas. There tonight at the Rough Riders. Boy, Frisco leads by 8-1. How good is that game there at Statesman's Park? A lot of home runs I've been seeing for the past couple of days. Yeah, right there, swing and a miss, and the count now 0-2. Boy, pretty good night thus far for San Antonio. They have 5-0 against the Hooks. And right there in the inside corner, boy, number 13, he is angry about that, and he could be yelling at Jeff Andrews. Better walk away or he'll face getting ejected. And we'll be right back with a new arm coming up as we get ready for the bottom of the 5th. For San Antonio, it's 5-0 Missions.
West Creek Trail Rides is our proud sponsor of San Antonio Missions Baseball.
And yeah, continue onward, Bob. Or you want me to do it?
You could do it.
All right. Well, West Creek Trail Rides is also a place that I volunteer at. They have pretty good horses, a lot of good people, and a lot of good friends there as well. So go to www.westcreektrailrides.com, book your $50 horseback ride for 1 hour on our guided horseback ride trails. And yeah, it is pretty good. Visit westcreektrailrides.com, San Antonio, Texas, to book your $50 ride right now. And yeah, leave us a review. And so far, if your review has been great, come back and see us any day of the week you want. We'll be glad to have you. Let's ride. Well, leading off as we get ready to go for the bottom of the fifth inning. A new arm coming in, and that is Gyro Solis. Solis coming in. Boy, 99-mile-an-hour fastball on that four-seamer. Cutter, slider, changeup in his arsenal, and boy, you just better be careful because he'll strike you out without looking.
Yeah, for sure.
Brandon Valenzuela leading off the bottom of the fifth inning for San Antonio. Comes in, and here's the pitch right there up the short. Shortstop passes to first by a footstep. He is out, and that is one away. Well, that'll bring us up to the top of the batting order for San Antonio. Left fielder Corey Howell steps in. 1 for 2 of the evening for San Antonio. It's right there and in for a count now, 0-1. Well, bottom of the eighth inning there for the Rough Riders, and yeah, they are still leading that ball game against Arkansas. Boy, it's the bottom of the eighth inning there for Midland. Boy, the Amarillo Sod Poodles lead by 1. It is 7-6 Amarillo. Marcos Castillon, 2 for 2. He had a home run earlier and 2 RBIs. Tulsa in game 2 of their doubleheader. Boy, shutting out Wichita by a score of 7-0. Top of the ninth. Boy, Northwest Arkansas leads 1 run against the Springfield Cardinals in a score of 4-3. Pretty good right there, I would say.
Yeah, I gotta say, John, absolutely right about that. Well, a couple of close finishes here for our Texas League ball clubs here in this Friday night ball game.
Yeah, it sure is. Well, hopefully, Bob, that we will conclude our 3-game set with Corpus Christi, then 6 with Amarillo, and that's going to be up to right field, and that's going to be a base knock. Now, with that hurricane coming in on land, and yes, it looks like it's going to take a direct hit for Corpus Christi in Galveston. San Antonio has thunderstorms and heavy rain on a Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, as well as Hurricane Beryl will go through Corpus Christi. Galveston and Houston could also see flash flooding, so want to make sure that you guys are safe and protected. No balls, 2 strikes. Joshua Mears coming in, and that's going to be right there. Hit to short. Boy, he'll pass to the first baseman, and that is covering for the out. So no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. As we head to the top of the 6th inning for Corpus Christi, it's a 5-0 ball game for San Antonio. Back for more when we return, top of the 6th. Straight ahead right after this. Top of the sixth inning for Corpus Christi right now on the Missions Baseball Network. As we give you a new score update, Tulsa still leads 7-0 as they are 2-1 and 2 away for the top of the ninth inning. Boy, they are down against it now as Wichita down to their final out there at Tulsa. Will Tommy Sacco Jr. coming in as he's ready to go, and so far close ball game there in Midland at Franco Park as Amarillo still going up one run against Midland and a 7-6 type ball game. Unlike last night, seeing 24-5. Boy, that was some kind of a whooping for Amarillo. No balls, one strike to Sacco Jr. That one outside, 1-1 the count. Now, I remember in 2018 when it was the San Antonio Missions taking on the Frisco Rough Riders, and the time that Amarillo and Wichita were not part of the Texas League. It was the basic 8-team Texas League. Well, San Antonio went up there and they whooped the daylights out of the Rough Riders. Final score 21-4. I would say that would be a big inning surprise right there. Yeah, I remember that ball game. I think I was up there. The Rough Riders getting whooped by San Antonio that evening. Yeah. Well, C.J. Stubbs will step in, 0-for-1, ground out in the third inning. Boy, batting in the right-hand side, the batter's box. Here's the pitch. That one down and in the count now, 0-1. Well, it looks like the Drillers winning as they have the right-hander or right fielder covering the bag.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The right field area with a final out, top of the ninth inning, and that will be a final 7-0. High fly in the air up to Castellon, and that is out number 2. But unlike what we saw last night there in Midland, 24-5 the final, Rockhounds just really came back after the 2.5-hour rain delay. That was something else for a game in Franco Park. Pretty good. Just looking at that, it just takes you back to that time when San Antonio was there in Frisco. Midland gets Amarillo the biggest whooping I can ever imagine, and boy, that 24-5 was just a whooping of a lifetime for the Sod Poodles.
Yeah, it sure was, John. And I bet a lot of Amarillo Sod Poodle fans are saying, well, that whooping, it was just a whooping, so what? Big deal. Get over it, will you?
Yep, right there, swinging a miss. Boy, get him down on strikes. And that is for out number 3. Well, 6.5, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base for Corpus Christi. 6.5, San Antonio leads this one 5-0. And we're back here as first baseman Michael De La Cruz coming in for the bottom of inning number 5 for San Antonio.
We go to the bottom of the fifth inning right here on, or bottom of the sixth inning right here on the Missions Baseball Network.
That's a ball.
Well, Michael De La Cruz coming in as he takes down and in 1 ball, no strikes. I do apologize for getting everybody confused.
Yeah, you wish we were bottom of the fifth inning. That would have been nice.
Yeah, I know, Bob. That would have been. Right there, up the line drive up to center field for a base knock. Boy, pretty good right there. Now the third baseman, Graham Polly, stepping in.
That's a ball.
Takes down and in the count now 1-0. 0 for 2 strikeout in the lineout. Boy, like I said before, he was a firecracker last night too. Sun going down and boy, beautiful conditions, I would say, for a Friday night.
2 balls.
Gotta say, it's nice to go out, watch the sunset, Missions Baseball as well.
You know, Bob, I gotta say I'm glad we're still home. Sunday and Monday being off days, we're taking on the Amarillo Sod Poodles starting next week. Beginning Tuesday. Here's a 2-1. That one high and outside. 3 balls, 1 strike, and on deck, Kai Murphy. Well, starting to get our final scores in. The Rough Riders winning against Arkansas. Final 8-2. Here's the pitch. And that one right there, strike 3. Boy, Paulie did not like that one, as he's getting up in the face of home plate umpire Jeff Andrews. Guy Murphy stepping in. Takes down and in for a strike, and it's 0-1. 8 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for Rough Riders. For Arkansas, 2-5-2. Boy, 2 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors for Arkansas. That one hit high in the air up to right. And that is out number 2. Boy, it's getting to be a close ball game there in Springfield. Northwest Arkansas tied 3-3. So it's a ball game worthy of seeing who's going to take that one there in good old Blue River Stadium. Lucas Dunn coming in as he takes in down and in a ball, and the count now 1-0, but now 1-1 the count as he takes that one down and in. Boy, top of the 9th inning, 7-6 Amarillo against Midland. So pretty much everybody almost done here tonight. That one is hit high in the air up to right. The right fielder will make the grab, and that's the inning over. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left on. Top of the 7th inning on this Friday night, and it is 5-0 San Antonio. Jordan Brewer will lead things off in the top of the 7th inning for Corpus Christi. When we come back, it's 5-0 San Antonio. We now head to the top of the 7th inning right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Jordan Brewer leads things off as we are now into the 7th inning here on this Friday night. Here's the pitch right there, high fly in the air. Howell goes over and looks at it, can't make the play, and that will land foul. No balls, no strikes. Or correction, no balls and a strike. Jeff Andrews has to get things going. And the 0-1. That one is hit right there up the left center, and that's a base hit. Second hit tonight for Corpus Christi. Well, I gotta say, they have not been successful in so many hard hit balls and trying to get this score getting in.
Yeah, I gotta say, John, absolutely right. And so far, Corpus Christi has not chipped a deficit. They're still trying to.
Here's Brian Arias as he hits one high in the air up the left field. Corey Howell getting under this one, makes the grab, and that is out number 1.
Now batting, the left fielder, Justin Durden.
Oh, Justin Durden coming in. He's 0 for 2 and 2 strikeouts. So with this hurricane coming on land, it's better to be prepared and go to the grocery store and buy food and a local H-E-B and or wherever you shop, just make sure you get food. Food supplies like toilet paper and all types of things.
Yeah, I gotta say, John, in situations where if it does get ugly during that Monday afternoon, well, I would say that probably Tuesday night against Amarillo would not be a good idea to play baseball.
And right there, swing outside, and that is 2 up, 2 down. Here's Kennedy Corona, 0 for 2. Strikeout and a pop-out runner at first and 2 away after that base hit. Single up to center field. Corona coming in, and boy, he hits one. And now first and second now, Corpus Christi. Now 3 hits of this ball game.
Boy, if they can't get nothing across here, then still Corpus Christi needs a lot of work to do. They're being shut down, and so far, if they don't have anything coming across here, then it'll be 7.5 worth of no scores for their side.
Jacob Belton 0 for 2, fly out and a ground out, 2-1, 2 out. Top of the 7th inning, San Antonio leads it 5-0. Boy, base hit after base hit after base hit. And that's going to be right there, and now go down a fielder's choice on a base hit as now the bases are now loaded for Corpus Christi. Wow, first time around, and the Hooks get them loaded. De La Cruz tries to get the guy out, but evidently he was ahead of the throw. So everybody is safe. Tyler Whitaker is a man up, 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts. And yeah, we're going to see a pitching change as that will do for the starter here this evening. So Dylan Lesko will be called upon for the pitch reliever. Blake Bacher, one of the greatest guys we have known in this ball game and in the series. He's really done a really good, immaculate job. Let's say he's one of the best, I wager. Dylan Lesko coming in for San Antonio, pitching for the Missions. Scouting report 95 on the 4-seam fastball as he gets ready to pitch in relief for the Missions. Well, the bases loaded up. Tyler Whitaker steps in. And he'll be inside for a strike, and it's 0-1. Boy, a grand slam would make it a 1-run difference. Boy, that'd be something else. Right there, swing and a miss. Boy, chasing out of that one for a code strike. It's 0-2. Here's the pitch. And that one hit high, flying in the air, and that will go out of play, foul. Well, Castellon was going over there to look at it, but evidently he comes up empty-handed. No balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, 2 away, 5-0 Missions, top of the 7th.
1-2.
And that one down and in, it's 1-2, one a changeup, and the count now 1-2. Trying to get him to chase something down and in or anything to get him out of this half inning.
That's the ball.
And that's a ball in the count now 2-2. Well, tried to get him chasing, and so far, first couple of balls down and in, he would not chase. That one fouled off, and he'll see another. Well, tomorrow our first pitch at 7:05 for our final meetup of the year of these two ball clubs. 2-2, one more time.
3 balls.
Outside for a count now 3-1. Boy, if they get this ball, it's a walk-in run. Bases would still be loaded up for Corpus Christi. 3-2, one more time. Swing and a miss. Get him down on strikes, and that will get him out of a dangerous inning. So no runs on 3 hits, no errors. And they leave the bases loaded. And we are going to the bottom of the 7th. And it's San Antonio 5, Corpus Christi nothing. We're back here for the bottom of the 7th inning, right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Ray Patrick Ditter will lead things off, bottom of 7. Boy, 7.5 innings worth of no score for Corpus Christi. And boy, I gotta say, it is one of them things. Jacob DeLabio and Max Roberts coming in. CEEJWV, hello, how are you? Well, welcome into the live stream, all of our viewers. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and that one is outside. The count now 2-1.
Balls. 1 strike.
Boy, a beautiful evening. What do you say, Bob? I gotta say, it is absolutely beautiful, nice and warm. And yeah, it's going to be a pretty good couple of days as well. You do know and realize that hurricane is coming in by Monday morning. Yeah, I know that, John. That one up to right field, and boy, that goes up for a base knock on a 3-1 count.
Now batting,
In now is Brandon Valenzuela.
Valenzuela.
Valenzuela coming in, takes a change up outside. The count now 1-0. Boy, just a beautiful, beautiful colors as we start seeing the evening hue come in.
No, that's away.
That one outside, the count now 2-0. Jairo Solis is the first reliever for Corpus Christi here tonight. Boy, sun going down as we get into the early part of the evening. Boy, a lot of loud cars going on Highway 90 past San Antonio, going to Del Rio. 3 balls, 1 strike, the count now. On deck, Corey Howell. Here's a 3-1. Right there in for a strike, and it's 3-2. Well, a 5-run 4th inning. And he'll foul that one off, and he'll stay alive again. Valenzuela in the full count, runner at first, nobody out. And that's going to be lined high in the air up to right center, and that is caught by the center fielder for out number 1.
Now batting, the left fielder, Corey Howell.
Left fielder Corey Howell stepping in. He's 1 for 3. Solo home run back in the, 4th inning, was it?
Yeah, it sure was.
Right there, high and outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
Yes.
Well, let's see. Northwest Arkansas winning 4-3. So Naturals will get their 40th of the season. Springfield 43-36. San Antonio, Midland, and Frisco are 46 even in their wins. Amarillo and Corpus Christi are down in the 4th and 5th places in the South Texas positions. That one hit the second, and they relay it, and that's a double play to end the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left as we head for the top of the 8th inning, and it is 5-0 San Antonio. Back for more right after this. Tommy Sacco Jr. leads things off, top of the 8th for Corpus Christi coming up next.
Well, leading off the top of the 8th inning for Corpus Christi, the 8-hole batter, Tommy Sacco Jr.
Well, Bobby, you want to lead some innings off?
Yeah, sure. Let's go coming, and he takes a ball outside. The count now 1-0.
9,571 in attendance tonight. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it sure is. 1 ball, no strike to Sacco Jr. is top of the 8th inning for Corpus Christi. That one in for a strike, and it's 1-1. Boy, beautiful night here for San Antonio. It's pretty good, John. I gotta say, yeah, Bob, it is. It's nice to see a lot of fans come out here cheering on our San Antonio Missions, and it's always good to see a lot of people getting in. And boy, one more game tomorrow with Corpus Christi, and would say gonna miss these guys a lot after tomorrow. Me too. CJ Stubbs is coming in. One away, nobody on here in the top of the 8th inning. Boy, we'll say that after this 3-game set with San Antonio, they head up to Tulsa, Corpus Christi. Corpus Christi at Tulsa starting July 9th. And as I said before, Amarillo will be in town taking on San Antonio. Final 6 games of the Texas League first half of 2024. Yeah, I can't believe it's the first half already being over with, John. I would say, yeah. It goes by a whole lot quick. We thought that opening day was yesterday, and now we are pretty much the 16th would be the last of the Texas League first half of the season. That one right there, foul, and the count now 0-2. Well, for 4 whole days, we got that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday being off. Friday, July 19th will be our second half of the regular season. Castellon up there in right field will make the running grab, and they are 4 outs away from securing this second game of a 3-game set. Jesus Bastidas is 1 for 3 here in this ball game. Here's the pitch, and that one is high fly in the air, foul. And the count now 0-1. Boy, a good nighttime ball game, and so far another nighttime ball game tomorrow evening. That one right there intercepted by second baseman Dunn as he'll flip it to first, and Michael De La Cruz covering the first base for the out. But we're 8.5 here this evening, as it is a 5-0 San Antonio lead. We got more baseball ahead on this Friday night. We got a new arm coming up for the Hooks as we enter the bottom of the 8th inning when we come back. Bottom of the 8th inning for San Antonio coming right now on the Missions Baseball Network.
For Corpus Christi.
Well, a new arm coming up for Corpus Christi now. Jacob Delapio pitching in for the Hooks. Delapio now pitching for Corpus Christi.
Leading off for the Missions.
Well, Marcos Castellon coming in as he's a 3 for 3. Couple home runs in this ball game for him. We'll say pretty good on that one. Bob, can you take it from here?
Yeah, sure thing. Right there and in for a strike as Delapio throws in against him and count now 0-1.
Remember, Bob, you and I take turns.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Right there and...
Nope. Remember, my turn, right?
Yeah.
So, no balls, 2 strikes now to Castellon. Swing and a miss, and it gets him down on strikes. And that is strike 3 swinging. Joshua Mears is 1 for 3. Singled and a run. Boy, nighttime coming on, and just a beautiful night for us all in San Antonio.
Well, Derek West and Max Roberts coming in, a righty and a lefty in Corpus Christi's bullpen.
Yeah, for sure. And that's going to be line drive up the left center, and that's a base hit. Boy, runner at first now, and no one away here for San Antonio. And that's going to bring up Michael De La Cruz. He'll take that one in the inside corner for a cold strike. It's 0-1. Boy, 2 for 3 of the evening for De La Cruz. Boy, he did some pretty good home runs here today.
No.
Yeah, he sure did, Bob.
Count now 1-1. 5-0 San Antonio here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Boy, fouls that one off, and the count now 1-2. Pitch, and that's going to be right there, line drive, and that's going to get down for a base knock. Runner from first heads to third, and that's a single.
Boy, it kind of reminds me of when Midland took on Northwest Arkansas. My uncle Richard and my brother, we went to go see them play and stuff. And pretty much, my uncle was like, no, that's a single. Runner went from first to third, and another guy took the place of the first place position.
You mean the base?
At first. Yeah, right.
Third baseman Graham Pauly stepping in. First and third were one away. Boys, Corpus Christi is in trouble. And right there, boys, swinging and... oh, boy. I heard home plate umpire say, ooh. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be high fly right there. And it's going to land, and that's going to get a run in to score for San Antonio. Boy, 6-0. 7 and 8 runners due up on the first and second bases.
Boy, I gotta say, Bob, these boys are coming in tonight to win another.
Yeah, I gotta say, John, absolutely right about that.
Well, that's right there, and that would be 2 away.
The batter, number 22.
Don't forget our game tomorrow night. Still looking at the time for that one, and I do believe it's 7:05 for a Saturday evening.
Ball 1.
And right there and out, 1 ball, no strikes. Yep, right about that. And then Tuesday night, would be the game against Amarillo at 7:05. 7:05 starts for Tuesday through Saturday. Sunday, we'd have to see because it will be determined when we play ball. I think it's an afternoon game or an evening game against Amarillo.
I'm thinking it'd be an afternoon. I bet you $100 it would be.
And that's going to be line drive, and that's getting up there for a base knock. And here comes a runner, and that's going to be an RBI single. And now make it 7-0 San Antonio.
Boy, I guess Corpus Christi is just not having it in this whole week that they took on San Antonio.
Well, Derek West, a right-hander coming in, a new arm in for Corpus Christi. Boy, Hooks are not having a good year in the first half of this season. Here's the pitch to him, and that's going to be high in the air up the center. And that's going to do it, as that will conclude the 8th inning. 9th inning coming up, and it's 7-0 San Antonio in this ball game. 3 outs, it'll be a pretty good shutout for the Missions as Jordan Brewer leads things off, top of the 9th inning, and it is a 7-0 lead for the Missions.
Top of the 9th inning for Corpus Christi, right here on the Missions Baseball Network.
Well, Jordan Brewer will step in as we now entered into the 9th inning. 3 outs away for a win for San Antonio, and it would be their 47th of the season. Frisco and Midland trailing in behind the Missions. Boy, tomorrow the Rough Riders need to beat Arkansas. Midland needs to beat Amarillo. San Antonio needs to sweep Corpus Christi if they want to stay up the first place position.
Yeah, that's for sure, John. I mean, hopefully San Antonio could keep up the good work as they've done. And boy, if they could win tomorrow's game, sweep Corpus Christi, this would go down in Texas League history.
Yeah, sure would. Right there, as that will be the first out in the center by Joshua Mears. And that is caught for the out. 2 outs remain, and Justin Durden coming in. He's 0 for 3, strikeout in the 7th. Boy, pretty good ball game here tonight for San Antonio. 7-0 the lead. Boy, and the Mission's doing really good in this one. Well, after tomorrow's game, we get our 2 off days. Amarillo will be in town, taking on San Antonio, so that'd be pretty good as well. Another homestand before the first half concludes of the regular season. Third baseman Pauly makes a grab up in left field as that will be 2 away. Well, one more out here tonight against Corpus Christi, and that'll bring up Kennedy Corona, who was a 1-for-3 single in the 7th. But all knowingly, San Antonio winning this one here tonight would keep them the lead. First place position is all theirs, but evidently they are not the first place Texas League winners. Rough Riders and Springfield are the winners of the Texas League playoff rounds, and it just depends if Midland and San Antonio can fight for that second place position. I mean, it could be anybody's position. It don't matter who would get it. Between the Rockhounds and San Antonio, that would be a good one. Now, for Springfield being the Texas League winners in the North Division, that's between Arkansas and Tulsa. But we'll see what happens. No balls, 2 strikes to Kennedy Corona. Boy takes down and in, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Boy down against it as game on the line for Corpus Christi. Runner at first and 2 away. 7-0 our score. Last of the 9th. Right there, and they get them. And that's a 7-0 shutout finish for San Antonio. So that is win number 47 for the Missions as they win the 5th game. The second game of our 3-game series meetup. Don't forget, tomorrow we are concluding our series with Corpus Christi and our meetup of the year against Corpus Christi. So we got more straight ahead right after this, as we give you your totals here tonight. Boy, pretty good ball game here for San Antonio as they have a 7-0 shutout finish.
Our final line score. First for the victorious Missions. 7 runs on 13 hits. No errors. They left 7 runners on base. For the Hooks, no runs, 5 hits. No errors. They left 5 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 5 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Well, I got to say, as we conclude the second game of our 3-game series, Missions will win the 47th, and I got to say they are pretty much first place with 1.5 against Midland and Frisco, a bunch against Amarillo and Corpus Christi. Boy, Springfield leads 2.5 against Arkansas and Tulsa, 3 against Northwest Arkansas, 7 against Wichita. Boy, ain't that something. Well, got your final scores, and yes, for our big night, and we'll say for game 1, 5-4, Tulsa beats Wichita in the first of a doubleheader. Then a 7-0 shutout finish in game 2. Tulsa winning a sweep against the Wichita Wind Surge. Final from Midland, Only 7-6 Amarillo, so they win a ball game. Pretty good for the Sod Poodles. Final score here in San Antonio, 7-0 against Corpus Christi. Good ball game tonight. Final score from Frisco is the Frisco Rough Riders. Final score 8-2. Northwest Arkansas winning a run against Springfield by final score 4-3. So pretty good night for our Texas League ball clubs. And so far it will be one more for everybody as we play Saturday night baseball here on the show. So everybody looks like they're starting up at 7:05. Yep, everybody is, and it'd be pretty good. Well, let's go ahead and give you your runs, hits, and errors. And San Antonio scores in 7, 5 in the bottom of the 4th inning, 2 in the bottom of the 8th inning, and it will propel them to the W for the Missions. For San Antonio, 7 runs on 13 hits, no errors for the Missions. For Corpus Christi, no runs on 5 hits, no errors, and they leave 2 runners left on base. Player of the game is Lake Bacher. Boy, they get pretty good with him, and he's the winner on the mound for San Antonio. And Jimmy Endersby gets the loss for Corpus Christi. Save goes to Dylan Lesko for San Antonio, and pretty good. Hey, John, I got a little update. I think it was 5 runners left on base for Corpus Christi. And, yeah, I got to say, you left the bases loaded on that one. So we'd have to switch that to a 5 runners left on base for Corpus Christi. Yeah, thank you, Bob. I do apologize. We will put that to a 5 runners left on base for the Hooks, and we'll say pretty good. Well, as we conclude our ball game, and I will say it's already 10:30, about close to an hour and a half left of this day, and before we get up to the morning hours of July 6th, which that will be our 3rd and final game of this short 3-game series. Corpus Christi has one more day in San Antonio, then they'll travel up north to the North Division to take on the Tulsa Drillers in a 6-game set. Everybody's got 6 games. Amarillo will be at San Antonio, Arkansas at Midland, Corpus Christi at Tulsa, Northwest Arkansas at Frisco, and Wichita at Springfield. So pretty good in that one. Gotta say, nice for Midland taking on Amarillo and Arkansas. San Antonio taking on both Corpus Christi and Amarillo, so that's pretty nice for our homestand. Boy, Wichita taking on Springfield. Well, Northwest Arkansas and Springfield, that's pretty good. Pretty good for Frisco taking on Arkansas and Northwest Arkansas, combined of the 2 next-door neighbor teams for both Arkansas teams, which occasionally the Naturals are part of Northwest Arkansas, and Arkansas is the Arkansas Travelers. So pretty good on that one. But even though the Travelers will be up in Midland, in Northwest Arkansas will be up in Frisco. So Corpus Christi taking on Tulsa. Boy, I would say it would be nice if Amarillo would take on either Wichita or Springfield, and well, San Antonio could probably take on any one of those two North Division teams. It would be nice for us to take on a North Division as well, but not in the schedule. I mean, probably next year they'll say, hey, let's go up with 5-on-5. That'd be pretty awesome. But anyway, final score 7-0 San Antonio, and so far it was a good night for us all. Both kids are running around on the bases, and so far it has been a perfectly good day, beautiful night for a ball game, and so far we're glad that you came out and got out of the house for a while. So hopefully tomorrow night you will come back and join us for Missions Baseball at 7:05 p.m. as we get ready to conclude our third final game in our meetup against Corpus Christi of the year for San Antonio. For all of us, our final score, 7-0 San Antonio, 1-all. This game's for you, and this bud's for you as well. You've listening to Missions Baseball. Thank you for taking us out to the ball game, and hope to see you again tomorrow evening. Thanks, have a good night, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye. Thank you, Bob. Hey, safe home, travel home, and for everybody, have a good night rest, and we'll see you all again tomorrow. Be safe getting home.